Um, I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks for Jason. You're Jason man. First off, I'm going to start with the slash. First off, you want to twitch. When you use slash to make your hitbox really big, even bigger than gashing wounds sometimes. You're really good at it. No, you don't want to start it early like that. You don't want to start it early like that. Then it won't be as big. You want to do it like that so it'll be even bigger. So watch. This is what happens when you twitch early or late. See, it won't be as big. But if you do one really fast, it'll be bigger than gashing wounds sometimes. So when you're moving while using slash, it will just be like that and you won't barely hit the survivor. Like, it's only really like that. But when you twitch like that, it'll be bigger like that. I recommend when someone is juking or looping, you might want to use on shift lock, because like it might be annoying for you to like do that. Sometimes it'll be really hard. But if you're using that, you'll be able to hit one side and the corner hinge sometimes like that. And it'll just be a really big hitbox. Now, I'm going inside of it, which is not really thing they can do if you're Forsaken. But let's pretend. Oh, I can see through it. But let's pretend you're like can't go for the object. That's like you can easily like hit the survivor when they're tuning. Like, look at that. When you start from here, you can easily hit them from there if they have really high ping. Now, the reason why people say that Jason's hitbox is really big is because they have high ping. Yeah. Next one is Behead. You might already know this since I just told you, but if you twitch, you can make your hitbox like double. And you'll want to do this when running. Like, you see that? That hitbox is really big and better for someone that's juking. Like, you see, let's say someone's juking you from, like, let's say the other person's right here, like, running that way, juking you. When you're doing that, but you don't hit them because they're like a blessed color or something, I don't know. But if you use something like that, you might be able to hit them. Really big hitbox. But when you're using Behead, you can easily turn corners like that. Okay, probably not like me. But you want to do it late this time. Well, let me try it real quick before I say that. You might want to do it early, kind of like that, just when you're running. Because you see, my hitboxes, I turn my hitboxes on. So, like, yeah, you see that the hitbox is, like, really big. I see that a lot, but next up we got Gashing Wound. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you the parts of this video, but I'm gonna tell you about the moves, what moves you should do for other characters. So I'm going to be telling them you that, and then I'm going to be telling you something pretty surprising at the end. So, our next move is Gashing Wound. You might want to do this with somebody on generators, like, we don't have these generators anymore. But when you're moving, you can kind of move. Because, like, I'm moving right now with Gashing Move, but that's because I'm, like, spamming it. So, this move is pretty hard to land. Like that. So, you might want to turn off Shift Lock to make your hitbox, like, really big. Because, like, if you're just doing that, it will barely hit anybody. That hitbox is actually pretty big, but since it stuns you, I'm just gonna use one, like that. You see, if someone's juking, you can easily hit him because you can kind of turn it. You see that? I just spammed it, but yeah, you can kind of turn it, but usually it's just gonna be forward like that. So like I switch it and go like that. You're gonna be pretty fast with it, so you can make your hitbox just a bit bigger. Alright, our final move for Jason is Raging Paste. Now when you use this, your stamina goes down, but it caps at 70. But if you're low on stamina, you can easily go back up, but then it'll just cap at 70 and we'll start going down pretty slow. Cause like you see at my stamina bar right there, it goes down until after 2 seconds, it just stops. So I'm using it right now. Walking around. 1, 2, 3, 4, actually. Yeah, it takes like 5 or 6 seconds. So yeah, it caps at 70, so when it reaches like 5 or 4 seconds, you might want to slash. Because then it extends out your hitbox like that. But when you're using Raging Paste, you might want to... It sends you forward, so you don't... So you probably want, or when you're moving, it sends you out forward. Or when you're not moving, it still sends you forward, just not as fast. Because you see, Raging Paste, I have 1 square here, or Raging Paste, 1 square. I was right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when you're using Raging Paste, but you move forward with it, you're actually using Raging Paste, but you move forward, maybe it is just the same. Yeah, it's a bit, but then you can just twitch to make your hitbox bigger. So yeah, that's it for the moves. Now here's the targets that you might want to get first. So, I'm gonna tell you something before this. It's not targeting, only targeting. Let me just make this clear real quick. Targeting is when you target a specific or I forgot how to say it. But let's say there's somebody with like a lot of playtime on the game. you might want to target them first because they're just really annoying and really good at juking and stuff, especially when you're like a starter. You want to target those people first, or like supports, because they can dramatically change or really change your game up. Where you can server wipe, but if you don't take them, you can't server wipe at all. Because those rounds, when you're like server wiping, will take like 7 minutes. But when you get the Elliot, Dusakar, or the Path and Builderman, probably forgetting one, but I don't know. Those dudes, they can easily mess up your game. So, you might want to target them first. And the round time will be like 3 minutes, or like cut in half of 7 minutes, or something like that. But, yeah. The next ones you want to target, well, probably first, if the team is actually good, is the Sentinels. Because if they're protecting like the Elliots, like bodyguards, you might want to get them first. It's like a it's kind of like when the team is actually like protecting the Elliots, it's like a nut. You gotta peel off the outer shell to get to the good, because when you get rid of the Elliot, that's like good for you, but like you can't eat the peanut with the shell, so you gotta get rid of the Sentinels, which is the shell. But yeah. So, our next thing, the moves that you gotta do for them. So the supports, you might want to use up ahead, so they can't get a pizza last minute, or like a throw, or protect someone. Because when I was playing Elliot before, I made the grave mistake of not beheading at the end. Because when someone's near, and you slash them, there's a pizza right there after you killed the Elliot, the guest, or like someone else, might pick up the pizza and heal them. So you want to do up ahead like that right before killing them. And plus it gives you more money, so shekels, yeah. It's still a lot of money. Yeah. So for Dusakar, you just want to do the same thing. But hold on. Okay. So our next thing, I'm pretty sure it's like a Taff. Yeah, you just want to use the head on them, but you don't want to really do that. But the best thing to use, probably for Taff, is Raging. Not Raging Pace, it was something else. Hold on. No, I think you just want to use a slash, honestly. Because, look, when I turn off cooldowns, like that, it takes 2 seconds for another one. And, like, when you're using, and there's like a Taff, and there's like, since they've Crit Mine, the best thing you might want to use is a slash. Oh yeah, I forgot my avatar's in monkey. I don't know how that happened. Nope. Oh. Whoops. But as I was saying, that you just want to might use slash because it has a 2-second cooldown. I don't know if there's a subspace crit mine, but if you don't know, if you use slash subspace crit mine, it'll actually disable the helpless. I'll get rid of the helpless effect, but only give you subspace 1. That's the trick players who want to use that too. So just like that. But our next thing, for like Build-A-Man. If it's just a dispenser, use a slash, and for the sentry, you just want to use 2 slashes for it. And to our next Sentinels. For Shaletsky, they get an immediate slash. So you just want to use a behead there. But if they're juking Shaletsky, just use a behead like that. The cooldowns. So you can use the head like that. So yeah, but if there's a guest, you just want to keep using slash. But if they're like a milestone 4 or 3 or 2, you just want to keep looking them into the eyes until they block. Or you can use Raging Pace to fool them, to make them into blocking, and then you can use like a gashing wound or something, just to really punish them for missing their block. Because that looks like a slash. Look. Oh, might be fooled because that looks like a slash, but no, really, this is a slash. Like, can you tell the difference from like quick timing? Whoa. Whoa. They might be able to tell from the thing, but like, who's really gonna turn up their sound all the way just to hear that sound cue? Like, really? You might put on like half or like, but like full? Are you serious? I put my volume at 2 and I can barely hear it. Especially gashing wound. You're really gonna hear for those sound cues, dude? I don't think so. And plus, that was really low sounding too. So like, yeah. But our second one, the last one is Chance, and then pretty sure that's 2 time. I keep forgetting about them. But now it's Chance time. For that, you might want to use Raging Pace, because when you're like a default one, it like, it's kind of hard to tell when he's about to shoot or not. But if you're like a really good Forsaken player, you could just dodge, just like dodge, and just use a gashing wound. But it's kind of better to use Raging Pace because you're immune to stuns. When they use it from like far away, you can use a slash and then a gashing wound. But if they're like close by, you could just use Raging Pace and then a gashing wound. I'm pretty sure they'll do 75 damage in total. So yeah, that's really good punishing damage. And plus, if they get really unlucky with like weakness like 1,000 or something like that, you can easily get rid of them with like a behead or something. Only if you keep watch of them though. But second off, if the Chance is like one of his passives or downgrades is where you can get a random amount of health all the way going up to 80 to 5, I think it's 65 per like starting round. So you can easily like punish them a lot unless they get a free charge reroll and get 130 HP. So yeah, that was it for the no two time. You just want to keep close of your back. I recommend using unshift lock like that. So you can easily like keep watch of them. But if there's like a lot of two times, you might want to be like a side view of that so you can easily hit them and see the survivor you're chasing also behind you. So like a side view, like kind of like this. Like an angled one like this. But if there's not like a lot, like one or two, you can just be like this and sometimes check around. That's it for two time. Actually, no. Oh yeah, this is a little tip for like John Doe. If you see like a ritual somewhere, like in corners, like right here, use digital footprint for an easy last man standing. But if you're just Jason, you might wanna stick near that ritual. So like, let's say you're chasing after a Shaletsky right here, and the ritual's like right here and two times all the way over there. You might wanna chase a two time over here, find the Shaletsky, easily slash him, and you'll just respawn over here. You can use a quick and easy gashing wound if he's not already running or far away, like the Shaletsky or the two time, if he's not that foolish. So that's it for two time actually. No, that's not it for two time. But you might want to check around you before using Raging Pace. So after they get out of their crouching move, you can easily see them. It's like, oh, they're using crouch. I can't see them. Just look around you, because they're not fully invisible unless they're in like glass houses and they're in the glass, because you can barely see them. People that have invisibility at like 5 or 4, they're in like glass. Like try it out on like a server and see if you can see yourself or outside the windows or something like that. But yeah, just look around you and just use Raging Pace probably after like 5 seconds, because that's how long two times crouch be lasting. Our final one, or survivalist, you might want to save like an Elliot, probably or two time if you're a Gondo. But the ones that you want to get before last man standing, a noob can easily time a Ghost Burger or 007 and 7 with this clone for last man standing. So you won't be able to see him, and you'll just waste a couple seconds doing Raging Pace just to find him. So that's kind of sad. So yeah, you don't want to save them for last man standing. You're just kind of the guys that are just there. You just want to seek them out before last man standing, because they could be a pain. Oh yeah, the little surprise tip at the end. I barely play killer. Like, I have 9 losses and only 1 win. So yeah. That's it. I'm probably gonna keep playing around in here. Probably do generator hell, but that's it. Raging Pace.